Gunfreaknation, President TElectrik. I know I'm preaching to the choir, y'all, but if you watching this and you are not armed and prepared, you pretty much is a lost cause. You know, just open your eyes and see what's going on around you. See what's going on in this country. If this is not a time to be armed, if you don't think this is the right time to be armed, then yeah, it's something you must be armed and ready. You know, it's bad enough we're dealing with savages that's willing to come up into your home, your house, and do, brutal, violent things to you. You got to be able to protect yourself without depending on the police or any other person to be your to come to your aid and rescue you. You have to be your own first line of defense, your own first responder. So get those notions out of your head that you're never going to be a target, you're never going to be a victim. It will never ever happen to you. It can. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. It can go down anywhere, anytime, anywhere. It can go down, and you'll be like, "What the heck just happened?" And will I survive this situation? Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Look what happened in New Orleans and in Vegas, but especially in New Orleans when that savage took that truck and unalived a lot of people, man, and hurt a lot of people. Those people, they wasn't ready. If you notice, every time when we have some type of mass event where it's a active shooter, what do you see? You always see a bunch of people running and hiding, running around like a chicken with his head cut off. You got to be better than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to just, hoard up in your house and just be afraid of the world and to come out. No, no, no. When I say be armed, you got to be armed up here. This is your weapon. This is your true weapon. Sure, we got our Funky Town sender tools. For you new to the channel, that's what we call our guns. We'll send you to Funky Town. Funky Town is the equivalent of, go to hell. You know what I'm saying? That's what you deserve when you come into my domain, my crib, and you want to do harm to me and mine. It ain't going to happen. I'll send you to Funky Town. So that's why we call them Funky Town senders. Okay? So, a lot of people will, he didn't cross the border. It don't matter. The terrorist or the savage that did that in New Orleans was from Texas. But I'll say this. I'll speak on it for a minute. Terror and evil, let's just say evil. Evil does not have borders. It don't matter. Whether he came from the Middle East, whether he came from Europe, or whether he was a natural born American citizen. Evil has no borders. Hell, your next door neighbor could be a serial unaliver. You understand what I'm saying? We just living in a wicked world right now. And this government, I love my country, but the government, they not to be trusted. Okay? The government do a lot of seedy, secretive shit around the world, man. They policies affect and hurt and unalive a lot of people to the point to where they got people, us meddling in other people's business, other people's wars, trying to put what we think, is a democracy or whatever, and it ain't really a fucking democracy. It's a fucking republic, but leave it to them. It's a democracy, and we would do any and everything to try to influence that sphere of influence on people that don't want to be influenced. And in the meantime, our policies, let's bomb them, let's do something to destabilize their government or whatever. It's a lot of hatred that's being pointed right back at us because of all of the fuck shit that this government do, that we don't have no control over. We the people, it's supposed to be that they represent us. But instead, they viewing us as the peasants and trying to tell us what to do and collect our tax dollars and spend it however the hell they want. So like I said, evil has no borders. But the hatred towards this government, man, is coming back on us. And that's why I'm telling you, that situation in New Orleans, that was just, in my opinion, a watershed event. It's a lot of craziness that's happening out here in the world right now. And more than ever, you need to be armed. But if you ain't got it up here, then what's the point of having that funky town sender? What's the point of having that gun if you don't know how to, use it proficiently? You know what I'm saying? You got to have the mindset. When you going out there and when you're around a crowd of people, you got to anticipate, even if it don't happen, that something just may happen. And when you go into a situation like that, anticipating it, even though it may not happen, guess what? If something do jump off, you won't be caught so much off guard. Like I said, it starts here first. It's something called situational awareness. Get the phone, get your phone out your face. Don't let nothing distract you. Pay attention to your surroundings. See if anybody watching you or, stalking you or, lurking around and stuff, man. And if something, I say this all the time, y'all. If it don't feel right, it ain't right. Remove yourself from that situation and go somewhere where you feel safe. It's just, I can't really explain it, but sometimes you could be around certain people or the energy of the crowd or whatever, the area. And if your spidey senses is going berserk and stuff, get the hell up out of there. That's a warning. Remove yourself from that situation. Remove yourself from it. And having a gun ain't the all be all. It makes you invincible. No. Many of people have been unalive with their guns in their hands. You got to know how to move. It's different levels to this. You ain't no John Wick or no John Rambo. And you don't need to be that. You need to just stay in your own lane and pay attention, and you just got to know how to move and have that situational I call it being savage ready. Because right now, the days that we're living in, man, like I say, it can go down, it can happen anytime, any place. And I ain't talking about the Janet Jackson song. I'm talking about it's wicked people out there. It's people that got a vendetta against the United States, and they don't mind, unaliving citizens that didn't have nothing to do with the policy that these idiots in Washington, D.C., do. It's just as simple. Did the guy in New Orleans, did he care? No, he didn't care. He was trying to take out as many people as he could. On 9/11, when they flew them planes into the building, did they care? No, because in their mind, okay, you want to do harm to my people and, put these policies in effect that, you showing us no love, we ain't gonna show you no mercy or no love, man. And it's a messed up situation. So we gotta take it upon ourselves to be men, and real men is gonna stand. We gonna make that stand. We will not let no harm come to our loved ones, to our families. We can't do that. We cannot, somebody kicking in your door or all hell no broke loose out there and you trying to come up in here. Nah, we not going for that. We gonna send you on your way. We gonna put you on that Funky Town Express. No, Gun Freak Nation, we just ain't a nation. We international now. I've been getting emails from people in Africa, in Europe, in Asia. You know why? Because everybody can relate. It's one common denominator, man. And that's evil. You hear me? Evil is all over the world. It just ain't in your neighborhood. It just ain't in your city. It ain't just in your state. It ain't just in this country. It's all over the world. And we gotta be ready. We gotta be prepared, and we got to be savage ready. We got to be savage ready. So Gun Freak Nation, I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. Get armed or be a victim. Which one? You don't want to be that person that's on that statistic where you watching your family get terrorized and you can't do nothing about it because you don't let that savage get the drop on you. No, don't be that person. Please. Don't be that person. Be a warrior. Okay? Be a righteous warrior. We got to come together and we got to unite against this tyranny, against this, the evil, the unjust. And mark my words, you ain't seen nothing yet. This is just the beginning. Get armed or be a victim. Get armed or die on your knees begging. Get armed. I love you, Gun Freak Nation. Salute.